Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Silicon Nubian YouTube channel, where we're all about things tech. Having recently sold my AMD Ryzen 1700 system, or at least most of it, it's time for a new personal build. Held over from the last system, we'll be using the EVGA 1080 FTW2 for the Win2 video card, the ADATA SX8000 NVMe SSD, 256 gigs, also the dual channel kit 2x8 gig Corsair LPX 3200 MHz DDR4. New components include a Crucial MX500 500 gig M.2 format SSD drive. For the motherboard, it will be the Asus ROG Strix B450-F gaming motherboard. Power supply is a new EVGA 650 G3 power supply, which was used in the last system, and decided to get a new one and use it once again. For the case, we have the Inwin 101, and for the CPU cooler, we have the EVGA CLC 240 AIO all-in-one closed-loop liquid cooler. That's a mouthful. And for the CPU, the aforementioned AMD Ryzen 7 2700X. For a little bit of bling, we have the ShackMod cables. Great company to deal with. These are black-white cables, great quality. And for a little bit of extra bling, we have RGB lights from Deepcool, the RF120, one of the most cost-effective RGB solutions I can find. And let's get started. Thanks for being here. It's going to be quite a ride. Now that the build is almost complete, it's time for a power on test. You'll notice that I am missing one exhaust fan. It was still on order at the time of the filming of this video. Everything seems to be good. There go the AIO fans. And we'll rotate the camera a bit to take a look at the screen to make sure we're getting a post screen. Sorry for the lack of focus. And it seems to be working well. Windows is booting up, at least the installation of Windows, and things seem to be working fine at this point. Let's conclude this adventure. Now that the build is complete, time to make a few observations. Had a great time doing this build. The Inwin 101 is a fantastic case, not without its little imperfections with respect to the amount of space in the rear of the panel for all these cables that I had to put. That aside, I am using extension cables, so it does tend to exacerbate the cable management issue as you're adding length to some of the thickest cables coming off your power supply. The RF120 RGB fans are beautiful for the price and definitely something to look into for someone like myself who's really not a fan of RGB but does like the excellent look and the presentation of these fans. I think they're just bright enough, and for the price they can't be beat. Did have some issues, technical issues, had to swap positions between the NVMe drives for technical reasons. That worked out fine though. Also had to go through a few BIOS revisions before the system was what I would call 100%. Such as I've seen with Asus motherboards in the past, where the BIOSes do take a little time to catch up to the hardware. All in all though, it is a fantastic system. I love using it, and it was great having you on this journey. Take care and see you soon.